Let's talk about flips. Hey guys, welcome to Lauren's Reality. I am Lauren, of course. If you missed our 15 top investment strategies video, make sure you go back and watch that because there's a lot of videos in this series, 15 to be exact, and those will explain to you all of the different strategies and you can use that to come and watch these videos. So first, let's talk about flips. Flipping is one of the most tried and true methods of real estate investing. It's the one that people typically think of first when they think about investing in real estate. And it's because it is the sexiest, right? Real estate investing in general became trendy and, for lack of better terms, sexy in the aspect that you could take flipping and make it into a reality show like you see today on TV, where you can see something transform from what it was into what it could be. The danger here is not knowing enough when you're getting into it that you're underprepared or that you lose money. So we're gonna talk about a few things that you should be aware of in the process. One of those things is that you always want to inspect a property before you make an offer. So you should put eyes on the property. Unless you are experienced, you've done a ton of these and you know what you're doing, you wanna make sure that you have eyes on the property and can get a good idea of what work is needed. That will help you craft and figure out what the max amount that you'll pay for it is. Speaking of max amount, make sure that you are disciplined because your margins are everything. So if you start to squeeze, especially in today's market, now everything is much more competitive than it has been, and everyone's kind of jumping back into the market. And what I'm seeing personally from an investment standpoint is that people are overpaying. And it saddens me in a lot of ways because I know that they're overpaying and they're probably gonna lose money. Or if they make money, they're not gonna make much at all. So you wanna make sure that you truly understand your margins. To understand your margins, you have to know your market. And if you're not a licensed real estate agent or professional, then you need to talk to someone who is. Make sure that you do your research and you find someone who has experience in the market that can really guide you, because that person should be able to tell you a few things. One, what is a actual resale value? What is the property going to sell for in a reasonable manner? Not what is the highest sale in that neighborhood, but what's a good middle ground that you can feel confident that it would at least sell for this amount. You're gonna need to know your renovation cost. This is gonna take some time to build this skill on your own. So you really want to work on networking and finding individuals, contractors that you can trust that can give you pricing on a property so that you know what you're getting into. The more detailed, the better, and always add a buffer. Also, in this market, in these conditions, make sure you have multiple exit strategies planned out. If you're going to purchase a flip and the market's on fire, right? But for whatever reason, the renovation takes longer than you think that it should, you're 6 months in and the market takes a turn. And now homes are sitting longer, or you can't resell it, or you're gonna have to take a loss on it and you can't do that. Knowing that you could convert that property into a rental or into something that's more like a seller financing vehicle, all of those things are good things to know, and we'll cover those more in different series later down the road. You wanna also look at properties, especially when you're starting out, that are going to limit your hold time. So you wanna have properties that have enough work that you can get at enough of a discount that you can make a margin. But you also don't want to take on a $50,000 renovation and hold that property for an extended period of time. You're exposing yourself to a lot more risk. That's a very dangerous spot to be in. And the last thing I would say, this goes back into making sure that you know your market and you have someone that can guide you if you don't. Make sure that you don't over renovate a house. What I see on a regular basis is I'll go into a house, they will have done, a lot of people will call it putting a lipstick on a pig, right? So they're gonna make it look pretty, but underneath it's really falling apart. You will waste your money doing this because your end goal is to sell to a true retail buyer, and that retail buyer is going to have to get financing. And if you have any problems with the house that are safety or functional or structural that weren't fixed, then they're not going to be able to get a loan, and you're going to have to make those repairs anyway. So you need to know, what should I do to this property in order to get max value, but not to overspend, and make sure that I'm focusing on the right things. One of the tried and true methods is focus on kitchens and bathrooms, making those look pretty. Those typically increase your values. Fresh coats of paint, obviously. You're more set up for a very safe and healthy flip overall. So I hope that helps some. We'll do more intense sessions on specific pieces of this, because there's a lot of other things that go into it, like should I finance it? Should I use cash? Should I partner with someone? So we'll have series where we talk about JVs and all of that fun stuff. But keep watching the series and coming back. Make sure you hit the bell to subscribe and get notifications on the channel. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Bye.